What's the worst thing you've done to a sibling? My brother always gets everything he wants, either from our parents or by taking it from me, and I finally hit my limit. I always hated how he acted like a prince in our house, even though we're not rich at all. He got new video games and costly sneakers almost every week, saying he needed the latest stuff to be liked at school. When his room got too full of junk, he just started moving his things into my room and even our parents' bedroom. When I told him to stop, he took a bottle of chocolate syrup from the kitchen and poured it all over my school books and homework, so I had to give him my desk drawers just to save my stuff. I also hated how he was always asking our parents for money to buy stupid things like packs of trading cards when we were struggling to afford groceries. When they told him no, he would just sneak into my room and steal from the jar where I was saving up for a new bike. But the thing that made me want to fully destroy him was when he ruined something that meant the world to me. This girl I really liked at school came up to me during lunch and gave me a folded note. Inside was a drawing she made of the two of us, and it was her way of showing she liked me back. I was so happy I could barely speak, and I kept the note secure in my pocket all day. When I got home, my brother saw me looking at it and snatched it right out of my hands. He read it out loud in a stupid voice, making fun of me for having a girlfriend when we weren't even dating yet. He wouldn't give the note back, and I could feel tears in my eyes because I was only 13, and this was my first real crush. When we got inside, he tore the note into tiny little pieces and laughed as I dropped to my knees, trying to pick them all up from the garbage can. He just walked away while I sat at the kitchen table with tape and glue, trying to put it back together. I was so done being pushed around by my selfish brother, and I knew I had to teach him a real lesson. So while he was busy playing his video games, I took his pet rabbit out of its cage, put it in a box, and brought it to the pet store downtown. I told the people working there that I found the rabbit hopping around a park on the other side of town, and that it looked lost. The workers didn't seem to care about my story, and just took the rabbit before telling me to leave. I ran home and washed my hands over and over to get rid of the rabbit smell. I waited all evening for him to notice it was gone, but he never did. He was too busy deciding what to wear the next day and making more jokes about my crush. 3 days later, my brother brought some friends over while our parents were at work. While they were playing games in the living room, one of his friends asked, "Hey, didn't you have a rabbit?" My brother just said yeah, like he didn't really care. His friend kept going, asking, "Then where is it? I don't see its cage." My brother looked mixed up for a second, then stood up and started calling the rabbit's name. He looked in every room, flipping over cushions and checking under beds, and even asked me if I knew where his rabbit went. Then he and his friends went outside to search, and he started looking really worried. After an hour of looking, my brother started crying and called our parents to come home from work. They left early and helped him look around the neighborhood until it got dark. They finally gave up and told my brother the rabbit must have gotten out somehow and was just exploring, promising it would maybe come back tomorrow. But of course, the rabbit didn't come back. The next day, when we were home alone, he was on the computer making a lost pet poster and asked me to help him put them up. While we were taping a sign to a pole, I just smiled and told him, "You're never going to see your rabbit again." He froze and just stared at my smile. "It was you," he screamed, and then he chased me all the way home. I made it inside my room and locked the door just before he could grab me. I turned my music up as loud as it could go and pushed my heavy dresser in front of the door to block it. He spent the next 2 hours banging on the door, screaming all the things he was going to do to me. That night, he told our parents what I said, but I just acted mixed up and told them I had no idea what he was talking about. Since he had no proof, they let it go and said the rabbit would show up soon. If not, they could just save up and get him a new pet next year, maybe a hamster that couldn't run away. After everyone went to bed, I checked the pet store's website and saw that someone had already adopted the rabbit the very same day I brought it in, so there was no way of getting it back. My brother has never bothered me again since that day. He finally learned how far I would go to get even.